I really enjoyed being juror number 12. I really found my sort of space amongst the rest of the cast and the rest of the jurors. And
I don't think I'm getting re-elected. I have some sound advice. Try changing your policies.
you know, I thought that you might be one of us.
I probably was at one time.
I did a little bit of research into similar cases to the one that we were doing in the film Jury, to learn a bit more about domestic abuse and the complications that can come from these situations when sometimes it's hard to see what the real truth is and how someone's previous life contextualizes their behaviour.
Like our defence attorney, he's been absolutely appalling, an absolute disgrace. And if it was up to me, he would have been gone day one. If our Prince Charming was there, we'd all be sat here right now acquitting her on grounds of self-defence.
Quite sweaty, very hot, a little bit smelly, but it was really good. I think it was a great ensemble feeling. I think it was a really great thing that we were all there because especially after a long day, and tensions are building. Big part of the film is the tensions building, and when you're in a room with someone for an extended period of time, of course you're going to start rubbing elbows with each other. You're going to start getting on each other's nerves, and I think that really added to like sort of the natural chemistry between characters, the friendships you make in the jury room, sort of also translated to like outside of the jury room. It's quite interesting actually. The people that you didn't get along with, as a character, obviously everyone's so lovely, everyone's a really nice person, but you did, because you're around each other all the time, you do start to feel like, I don't really want to be around this person anymore. I'm spending 8, 9 hours a day listening to them say all these things that I disagree with or things that rub me the wrong way. So I found that quite interesting. I didn't expect that, but I think it did help a lot of the performances. Juror number 8, for instance, I found her quite irritating in the jury room. And I remember thinking, obviously she's so lovely, but at the time I was like, thought I've sort of heard enough of you for the time being. But I think that can only help. It only helps elevate the performances, and I think a lot of other people would say the same thing. I think they would agree that being in that sort of confined space and working very, very closely with each other, the tensions do start to build. And and luckily everyone really was nice as pie, so you can't complain about that.
Okay. I'll go with a verdict of diminished responsibility.
Good man. Good man. It's nice to see someone with some common sense. And if you think about it, the worst she's going to get is 5. So, does that change anything for you? Change your mind at all?
5 years is a long time for a 17-year-old.
Very interesting. Obviously, I've never done something in just one location. I mean, that to me it's a great idea. It really puts the emphasis on the actors and the script and the story. Whereas you're not using, locations or set design or anything like that to tell the story. It's all about the performances, and I think that's a really, really niche idea because it's all about the character, their journey, their thought process, and I think that adds a degree of levity to the whole piece. There was a great sense of camaraderie. We were all in it together, we all ate together, drank together, there was no separation, we were all just one team focusing on one project to get it done. And I think that was something that really helped carry the project. Because like I say, there were days where it was hot and sweaty and things weren't always going well. And you're filming in one room, there are obviously complications that come with that. And I think without the sense of camaraderie, things may not have gone as well. But because everyone got along so well, there was a great hierarchy, there was good leadership and great group of cast and crew to with experience and some with less experience who would lean on each other and help each other out. So you never felt like you were really on your own. You always had someone to ask or talk to if you're concerned about something.
That mixed up kid in there tried to hang herself a few days before that terrible night.
And drown herself.
And if it wasn't for the mother putting her on suicide watch, none of us would be here now, would we?
But we are.
It emphasises the point of people need to keep their minds open because we can all make up our minds very, very quickly. But I think it's really important to keep your mind open and just listen because you don't know everything. You may think you do, you may think you've got it all under control, you need to just listen to what else is happening. And if you keep your mind open, you know, like what theme of the thing really, you'll learn more.